Bayonetta.
Well, I guess this was a long time coming. It's finally happening. I'm not by myself though. I have Toddy here with me.
Hi.
Toddy here will be playing the role of, oh my god, what's happening? Well, I'm the experienced person, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Bayonetta 2. It's an okay game. Toddy, you have some experience with this, don't you?
Yeah, I bought it on launch, played it for about half an hour, and then lost access to a Wii until now, and I still haven't played it, so...
Okay, so it's mostly blind for Toddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost my Wii U too, but I'm quite happy to have found it again. Anyway, there's 4 different kinds of button configurations. Type A is not the default one being the one that you had in the original Bayonetta. I'm, of course, going to stick with Type B because that's what I'm used to by now. I kept this in mainly because, well, why the hell not? I don't care if it's bad, I'm doing it. Also, they added Japanese voice acting in this game. The Japanese voice acting in this game is terrible, so I won't be showing it off.
Is it the same as the Japanese voice acting from that very strange...
From the anime?
Yes.
Yes, it's terrible.
Wasn't that made by the
Anyway.
studio that did Afro Samurai or something? I don't know.
I'm not really sure. Anyway, third climax is the hardest difficulty we have. And doesn't really mean much. I think it's equivalent to about normal, to be honest.
Wait, really?
Even though technically it's named hard, I will go through this a little bit later, it seems like normal because the difference between second and third seems negligible.
The legend of Aesir, a legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into 3 realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The 3 worlds all needed rulers, most of all ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Aesir. Spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain. Where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world, Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's power. Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into 2 equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts: the right eye of light, and the left eye of darkness. By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir had been granted the power of creation.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived. At least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on. What?
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together. My dear, sweet child, at last you have fulfilled your promise to me. Fear not. For I am always watching over you.
But the right eye of light was lost from the world forever, along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
We get Chivos! There are Chivos in this game. Similar to the first game, so nothing new there.
Weird, because I don't
Hello!
think... Whoa.
More cutscene.
The government has organized a team to investigate the continued reports of unusual weather and strong earthquakes occurring throughout the region. Officials are currently trying to determine the source of these phenomena, as citizens nervously clamor for answers. Our special report on the regional disasters, Nature Unleashed, continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you, Enzo?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day. Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Oh.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city.
Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently?
Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones.
Pray tell.
Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in life news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit. According to Channel 2 News, the this year's parade may break all-time attendance records.
Whoa, shit! The Platinum Stars. Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home.
Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet! I want a toy jet! You know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please! You hear that? I want one of those! The thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice, will you? It's a present, for God's sakes. Yo! You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya? Fuck the damn ribbon!
You know, I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best. At least your lot still knows how to make an entrance.
So there should be a tutorial here, but because I turned off tutorials, it's not going to appear. Basically, it's the same thing as the first game. Here's how you punch, here's how you kick, here's how you dodge, here's how you get witch time. This game handles pretty much the same as the first game.
And the first time you play it, you're probably just going to smash buttons until you realize you're bad at the game.
Yeah. I mean, if you've played enough of the first game, this game is pretty easy. I mean, barring some deaths which, you know, you would probably wouldn't be able to deal with on your first playthrough.
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car! Start already!
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful! Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa!
Watch your mouth, Enzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tab.
Unbelievable! Ah!
So, new to this game is Umbran Climax. Basically, it makes the screen awash with fucking wicked weaves, and it makes it really hard to see anything. But it looks really cool, so it's amazing!
It also lets people cheat out of trying to work out what combination of buttons start up Wicked Weaves.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the tricky parts about like learning how to be slightly okay at Bayonetta, was trying to work out what combination of buttons did good Wicked Weaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's part of what I have a problem with in this game, because Umbran Climax isn't necessarily a win button, but it kind of is, because every enemy can be hit by it, there's no consequences to using it, you get health back when you use it. So there's no point to not save up your magic to not do anything but Umbran Climax.
Wait, do torture attacks still take up magic? Because those are still
yeah, they do.
over.
It's the same. The torture attacks are the same as the first game. So torture attacks, as you saw before, take up a whole bar of magic, and they target a single enemy. What they changed in this game is that, not necessarily in the prologue, but when you torture kill enemies, they will drop their weapons. Otherwise they won't do it. But it's okay, because angel weapons in this game are kind of shit.
I kind of remember avoiding weapons like the plague in the first game as well, but that was just because I wasn't entirely sure of how to use them.
I guess they were really annoying to use in the first game because they mapped to the punch and kick buttons. Whereas in this game, they are mapped to the shoot button, so you still use your regular weapons and have an angel weapon equipped, which I think is a pretty nice change. But it also means you only get one kind of attack from them.
Right.
Anyway, Love is Blue handles pretty much the same as Scarborough Fair did in the first game. There's a couple of new attacks, the main difference being that there are a lot more kick attacks that have wicked weaves. But, you know, the punch everything 5 times is still there, so it's okay, you can still mash one button and still win.
And we still have that automatic mode if you're really bad at video games, right?
Yeah, that's first Climax.
Oh, okay.
Although I think this game does have touch controls, and if you use the touch controls, it will automatically do the auto combos.
Huh. I imagine this game being a nightmare with touch controls. Why would you ever do that?
I've never tried to play through the entire game on touch controls because it's basically a mode to enjoy the story. Anyway, that scene there is actually one that you can interact with. There's a hidden QTE there.
Huh.
You can dodge it and start this verse in witch time, or you can not dodge it and have a bit more trouble with this bit.
That's kind of cool, actually. A little annoying that they don't give you like any visible.
There's no
option to
indication
dodge.
for it, yeah.
Like,
and another criminal thing is that they don't use it very much. It only happens like twice.
oh, so they want to catch you by surprise with it? That's a little messed up.
Yeah. I mean, there's no penalty for missing the QTE, but, you know, if you do get the QTE, then you start with extended witch time, so that's why wouldn't you do it?
I think it might be a little bit worth mentioning that we are on a collapsing train track bridge and kicking the crap out of weird angel mecha doll sim right now.
Oh yeah, like this entire first chapter does escalation perfectly.
That was quick. Did you get everything? Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open?
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Everything about this chapter is great. Anyway, Umbran Climax, I should mention, you can turn it off in the middle of a combo. It's particularly useful, say, for the 5-punch combo. You can turn it off just as you start the 5th punch, and you can still get the animation for Umbran Climax, but you can save magic.
Huh.
Which is really good, because this game, basically, the entire aim of this game is to learn how to manage your magic.
Right.
There are so many system changes in this game that I feel like I should make a separate video just covering exactly what they changed and why it's all terrible.
Is that the part where you just put up tiny bits of gameplay and start screaming? I mean, that's what your Twitter tells me anyway. Like, I can't 100% like prove any of this. I just
basically I'll play the screaming game. I'll have like I'll actually say what's wrong with it underneath, but on top of it, I'll just overlay me screaming.
have a translation.
And you just try and hear exactly what's wrong with it.
At least all like the bits and pieces that make Bayonetta memorable are at least still here. All the torture attacks, all the crazy hair monsters, the gore.
Everything is great about this.
Holy crap. Wait, we have a fly mode now?
Yes, we have a fly mode. It's kind of bad. Because it takes away a lot of your abilities.
Oh.
It's basically just Your combos are pretty much the same as if you were fighting on ground, but you know, you have wings attached to you.
Right.
You can dash when you're in midair. That's the jump button. I find there is little use for it because if you're not attacking something, then that's a waste of your time.
Gotta rack up the crazy high combos.
Yeah, this game severely punishes you for breaking your combo. So the first rule of doing well in this game is to never ever 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 let your combo break.
Don't stop pressing buttons ever.
Yeah, don't ever stop hitting things or shooting things.
I don't know, it looks like the fly combat is basically you're on an invisible platform and the game
Pretty
just sort of
much.
keeps playing.
There's nothing for it except for the fact to make it look extra cool.
Yeah.
And this particular verse does it really well, but there's one particular one which, you know, I will pretty much just complain the entire time that we... It won't be fun. It won't be fun. This Gamora is pretty hard, I guess, the first time you see him, but it's pretty easy afterwards. He was about to suck me into his mouth there.
But you can just
But you can
dodge out
prevent
of
him.
it.
You can dash out of it, or you can use Umbran Climax and interrupt him from it.
Oh, does it run like Devil Trigger where you can like sort of have this like burst damage thing?
Yeah, there is burst damage when you trigger Umbran Climax.
Okay.
And I use that to great effect much later in the game.
Well, yeah, those sorts of burst mechanics are always ridiculously good.
It's actually kind of overpowered in this game.
Huh.
There's one particular weapon which just wastes pretty much every enemy you use it on. When you combine it with Umbran Climax distortion, I guess you call it?
Okay, so now we have a dead body on our hands.
Yeah.
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who? Dead witches get dragged to hell. It is what it is. Jean's gonna wander Inferno suffering for eternity. Them's the breaks.
I didn't ask you to tell me what I already know, Rodon. Especially if you're going to be flip about it.
You know better than that. You're not the kind to let that sort of summon go out of control, Bayonetta. Something's up. The balance of powers that keep things in check don't feel right, does it?
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead chick. You wasn't a big fan of her shit when she was in the realm of the living. But looking at her now... Nah, still not a fan.
She's not dead, Enzo.
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the Trinity. But that's just a matter of time. 'Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates? The real gates of hell?
I can't stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance down there. I'll see what I can do about putting her on ice for a while. You'll need this. The heart of an Umbra witch. The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm stable, but you'll need to reunite this with her soul if you're gonna try and bring her back. I figure you got about a day before it's game over.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. No, 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 no. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me. And I still gotta play Santa tonight.
Let the real Santa take care of the presents. Now let's go.
Hey, I said I believed, but Ed and Edna, you can't put one over on those cute little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Why do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
This motherfucker.
So they made some changes to the results screen. It used to be just the one screen, and it all made sense to me, but apparently they wanted to dumb it down even further. So you split up, you know, no item award, no damage, everything, and then total combo time and damage.
Huh.
Not really sure why they did this, to be honest.
At least they took out Angel Attack.
I didn't mind Angel Attack, you know, it took like 2 button presses to get out of it.
Yeah, just actually feeling like I wanted to play it at any given point. I was always wrong, but...
Oh yeah, no. Anyway, there's some QTEs that you can miss in this chapter. There are very few QTEs that you can actually miss and, you know, get an instant kill. But this first chapter has a bunch of them.
That's kind of brutal, actually. Then again...
Yeah, it's kind of like a callback to the original game, because it doesn't happen very much in the rest of the game.
Well,
oh yeah.
I guess that's kind
of... You
of...
want to ask your mom?
Oh my god.
God damn it, Camilla.
And that
So
one
yeah, that's what
doesn't
happens when you
instantly
don't dodge out of that attack.
kill you. And the fight continues normally anyway.
And if for some reason you take too long with this, there's an instant kill here. You gotta be really bad to do that though. Really, really bad at the game to do that.
The bit of floor you're standing on just realizes, oh yeah, gravity, and then just plummets into a building. Gravity doesn't work that way, please.